Arirang Special.
The final match of the South Korean Ambassador Cup took place in the Mountain Arena in Kampala, Uganda. This match is between Uganda and Rwanda, two great Taekwondo rivals in East Africa. The passion and energy of the athletes are shared by the audience as well. Everyone became one in the name of Taekwondo. What is it about Taekwondo that has enthralled the whole world beyond borders? Mbale is located in the eastern region of Uganda and the western part of Mount Elgon. With a population of about 90,000, it's a small city in the countryside. Slowly yet powerfully, Taekwondo is taking this quiet city by storm.
Man, you have come.
I've come, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Morning.
Morning, you man.
How are you, man?
I'm fine, man.
Hello, you are going where?
I'm going for Taekwondo training at to train Taekwondo.
You're going to Taekwondo?
Yes.
Yeah, I always see you going there.
Yeah, I go there every day at 3 p.m. there
3
evening.
p.m.
Yes.
Okay.
So I train up to 7.
Up to 7.
Yeah, p.m.
Okay. Okay, man.
Yeah.
Shall catch up, eh?
Yeah, shall meet.
Nice time.
Yeah.
Gabi Wilson is an 18-year-old student. He lives about 20 minutes away from his school on foot. The school is currently on break, but Gabi still goes to school every day to learn Taekwondo.
Hello. Yeah, hi. Fine. 안녕하십니까.
안녕하십니까.
Mbale's secondary school began to offer a Taekwondo class only a year ago.
Okay, let's go.
The class is run by the Korean Taekwondo master, Ha-yeon.
Don't jump before you turn. After you look front, then you jump, and then make 돌려차기. Okay, let's go.
Master Yang came to Mbale just over a year ago.
You are doing now like this, but try to do speedy, non-stop. It makes you to turn very fast, but you have to turn your head very fast, like this. Okay? Then your jump will be enough. Try to do it. Okay?
The students throw fantastic side kicks. It's hard to believe that they have only been practicing Taekwondo for a year. It also proves how hard Master Yang has been trying to spread Taekwondo in the country. Master Yang took up Taekwondo in the 2nd grade of elementary school, thanks to a friend. Fascinated by the beauty of the martial art, she ended up majoring in the subject in university and has been promoting its excellence all over the world ever since.
학생들이 처음에는 단순히 흥미만 가지고 시작을 했어요. 보통 태권도 하면 쿵푸나 가라데랑 이렇게 구분을 못하고 그냥 싸움을 위한 무술이라고 생각을 하고 와서 이제 그러니까 배우기 시작하니까 학생들이 배우던 거랑 다른 거죠.
At first, most students considered Taekwondo to be a set of combat practices. Then they gradually understood the true virtue of the martial art, which is spiritual and mental development.
First, you have to look back because you have to kick the target, right? Yes. But this is not a 옆차기, so put your knee up like this and then kick it like this with your heel. But what is the important thing from here? To not be like this. Yeah.
These students have been learning Taekwondo for a year now. How has the Korean martial art changed their lives so far?
Taekwondo because I love it at first, and secondly, it also keeps me physically fit. Also, thirdly, it makes me have a healthy mind.
I've learned different skills and respect from Taekwondo, like respecting my master, going to the flag, and respecting other people in their capacity.
The students usually take a 2-hour Taekwondo training session for 4 days a week, from Tuesday to Friday. However, they practice longer these days for their big events coming up. The blazing sun is unforgiving on this scorching hot afternoon, but that couldn't stop the students from practicing. They will soon participate in the South Korean Ambassador Cup and also offer Taekwondo performances at major events. The students do their utmost to achieve the results they desire, and their passion is clearly visible. Due to the students' lack of experience in Taekwondo, less than a year, Master Yang has to train her students more diligently. Master Yang's team will be performing at the Korea Week. It is a 1-week-long annual festival held to activate cultural exchange and improve the relationship between Uganda and South Korea. The practice session finally came to an end late at night. After hours and hours of practice, the students look exhausted but happy at the same time. A large number of students in Mbale live far away from their families, mostly for financial reasons. Luckily, Daniel in Master Yang's team lives with his father. Currently, Daniel lives in Dokosel, Mbale. He also has 6 siblings, but they live in a different area with their mother. Daniel stays in Mbale with his father, who is a barber. K-pop and K-dramas have been very popular in Uganda over the last few years. Daniel's father also enjoys Korean dramas. He watches it every evening, and it has practically become a part of his evening routine. Korean culture is deeply rooted in Uganda. That's how Daniel was able to take on Taekwondo. Daniel has 2 big events coming up. For him to really stand out and show his skills, the father gives Daniel a haircut. In hopes to bring out the best in Daniel, the father carefully grooms his son's hair. The father's love, his touches, are just as sacred as a religious ritual. Daniel used to suffer from turbulent mood swings before taking up Taekwondo.
My customers can feel okay. This one doesn't give any disease.
Away from his mother and siblings, he had to endure so much on his own. Then he discovered Taekwondo, which has changed his life completely. Since then, Daniel no longer feels lonely or upset. He's only happy and confident about himself. Daniel's father is just as delighted as his son. Daniel really keeps him going.
Daniel, since he joined Taekwondo, what I've seen he can control his temper from the friends. He used to want, if they would abuse him, he wants to fight, but now he has controlled. Now he cannot again attack somebody anyhow.
Daniel lives right next to his father's barber shop. Since electricity is expensive, Daniel has to study in the dark. The situation is tough, but it won't stop Daniel from learning and developing. Recently, Daniel set some concrete goals for himself. Beyond his small city, Mbale, he hopes to become the nation's representative Taekwondo athlete. His passion and dedication will definitely make his dreams come true.
Actually, when I read this book, after reading it, I really get more new skills I learn from here. Then when I go to school and our sabonim teaches us, I really just make it perfect.
The deeper the night gets, the more Daniel is lost in his thoughts. Daniel starts his day at 5 o'clock in the morning. Though he studies late into the night every day, he still wakes up early for his morning exercise. Daniel does 2 hours of road work every morning. Whether it's a weekend or holiday, Daniel never skips his exercise. Driven by his passion, Daniel works out relentlessly. With the goal of taking home a medal, he works out harder as the championship approaches. Both the championship and demonstration performances take place in Kampala, the capital city of Uganda.
Let me tell you again, just if you want to move out from our group, you have to tell me and you have to tell each other, because we have to know each other where we are. If you move without saying others, you have to find out. You have to move to find out you, right? So, maybe you forgot.
Okay. Thank you for this morning that you have granted unto us. Thank you for the gift of life that you have given unto us, Lord. Thank you for the journey that you...
With an earnest prayer, their little ritual came to an end.
And let's try to keep your energy yourself. Take care of yourself for tomorrow. All right? Okay. Let's go.
Some students are heading for Kampala for the first time, while others have been there before. Nonetheless, everyone seems excited about visiting the city together. It takes more than 4 hours to get to Kampala from Mbale. The students have 2 milestones to achieve, yet they still look excited and thrilled about this trip. They are truly seizing the moment.
Yes, I can win because I've gained some skills, and those skills I've used them. So I think this time I'm going to win.
I really expect a lot of things, and we're going to do there in performance. I really expect great things in performance, and also in Cherokee. I also expect many things in Cherokee.
This is the second time for Master Yang's team to take part in the championship. In contrast to the students, Master Yang looks quite nervous. Finally, the crew arrived in Kampala. Kampala stands at 1,300 meters above sea level in the southern part of Uganda. Meaning the hill of impalas, the city is known for its rich and colorful history. This is where Master Yang's team will be staying during their visit in Kampala. The students quickly pick up their luggage as soon as they arrive. They don't seem to be excited anymore. They look very serious, perhaps feeling the responsibility weighing on their shoulders.
Okay guys, now you can have rest. You can change your clothes. Yeah. You're not hungry yet, right? Yeah. You're thirsty. Okay, I'll bring some water for you. First, arrange your stuff clearly, neat.
Just as their master suggested, some unpack their things or rest. But then, the students begin playing around again. They are still young teenagers. Nonetheless, they still get their priorities straight. The students had to bring wet uniforms as they left home early, and now they hang them to dry. Etiquette and courtesy are essential for the spirit of Taekwondo. Courtesy stems from dignified behavior, hence uniforms are very important to Taekwondo practitioners. The first destination for the team is Makarora University. It is the largest and third oldest institution of higher learning in Uganda, and where Master Yang's team will offer their first demonstration performance. Along with the Taekwondo performance, the university also organized a K-pop contest for its students. It's part of the Korea Week Festival. The Korea Week was established this year to further promote cultural exchange between Uganda and South Korea. Korean pop culture is very well received in Uganda. To meet the growing demand from the Ugandan people, the Korean and Ugandan governments jointly established this annual festival to intensively introduce Korean culture for a week. The Taekwondo demonstration performance by Master Yang's team is also part of the Korea Week.
You have to check and check again and again.
These students will be performing in front of university students. To present the best performance possible, they polish their skills and movements repeatedly.
How is it? Do you feel light?
In the name of Taekwondo, they cross borders and race. This demonstration performance means a lot to both Master Yang and her students, particularly because it's the first one ever.
You look sleepy. Okay, like this. Strong eyes. Strong eyes. Good. Okay, Daniel, look at me. Like Deborah. Yeah. You look strong now.
Stronger.
Look really.
I am.
Okay, if I ask you, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes. Everyone.
Yes.
Like hip-hop, okay? Are you ready?
Yes.
In the demonstration performance, the students will display various aspects of Taekwondo, including the basic movements, power breaking, and pumse, also known as a pattern of defense and attack motions. Taekwondo became popular in Uganda only a few years ago. It was first introduced in the country about 50 years ago during the 1960s. However, after a never-ending civil war, the Ugandan people didn't have the luxury of learning a new foreign sport. Then, a large number of Korean volunteers came to Uganda to spread Taekwondo and enable the locals to take up Taekwondo easily. Indeed, Master Yang is one of them. Currently, some 10,000 people practice Taekwondo in Uganda. It is a truly dramatic improvement compared to when it started. The public's perception has also changed dramatically. Now they understand and appreciate the true virtue of Taekwondo beyond its combat power. The establishment of the Uganda Taekwondo Federation speaks to that popularity. Taekwondo has now become a symbol of Korea in Uganda. It is also the first thing that comes to mind when thinking about the country. It is the result of the hard work and dedication of countless Korean and Ugandan Taekwondo practitioners. Their blood, sweat, and tears came to fruition at this event. Master Yang seems to be very proud of her students. They will definitely illuminate the future of Taekwondo in Uganda.
생각보다 너무 잘해줬고요. 솔직히 좀 많이 울컥했어요. 그리고 끝나고서 이제 같이 애들 강남스타일 춤 출 때도 진짜 울컥할 정도로 애들이 시범 즐긴 것 같아서 너무 좋았습니다.
The Korea Week Festival has been organized to intensively showcase the versatility of Korean culture to the Ugandan people. As the name implies, it takes place in central Kampala for a week.
Yes, I think the importance of Korea Week from the perspective of diplomacy is that we have a very noticeable soft power, and it will be a very good opportunity to show all dimensions of our attraction. So these days, diplomacy goes together with culture and many other things. So I think this is a very wonderful opportunity to portray ourselves through this event.
Beyond merely introducing Korean culture, this festival aims to improve the understanding between the two countries through interaction of the two cultures. The evening session began with a 사범으로 performance by the children of the Korean diplomats in Uganda. Then, a Ugandan dance and percussion troupe presented a delightful traditional performance in return. With the successful first edition as momentum, the festival organizers hope the Korea Week becomes one of the most representative cultural events between Uganda and Korea. All the performers and audience members are enjoying themselves. Except one, Master Yang. She looks quite nervous. Her students will be giving a Taekwondo demonstration right after this traditional performance. The audience is comprised of high-ranking officials from the Ugandan and Korean governments, doubling the pressure.
They could make make some mistakes because they.
Young students began the performance with a Taekwondo dance. Their powerful yet restrained movements stand out. Then, board breaking follows. The students are perfectly showing off the skills they've polished. Master Yang looks satisfied too. After the demonstration performance, the students have to take part in a Taekwondo championship. Master Yang quietly prays none of them get injured. Thanks to their hard work and thorough preparation, the students are pulling off their mission flawlessly. The audience seems genuinely touched too. They respond to the performance with an enthusiastic cheer. Master Yang should be able to relax now. Now behind her is another Taekwondo master from Korea. It's none other than Grandmaster Lee Yong-woo. Lee has been teaching Taekwondo in Uganda since the 1990s. He's a legendary figure of Taekwondo in Uganda. Grandmaster Lee trains Taekwondo masters at 32 Taekwondo clubs across Uganda. His students from the Uganda Taekwondo Federation also give a demonstration performance at the festival. Grandmaster Lee is the head coach of the national team of the Uganda Taekwondo Federation. He also teaches at the Uganda Prison Training School and Police Training School. Grandmaster Lee has been devoting himself to spreading and cultivating a talent in Taekwondo since he came to Uganda in the 1990s. As a result, he now has over 1,000 students in Uganda, including professional Taekwondo athletes. Grandmaster Lee emphasizes the spiritual aspect of Taekwondo above all else. Thanks to his expertise based on years of experience, all of his teams are widely recognized for their exceptional skills. The students trust Grandmaster Lee, and the Grandmaster trusts his students. Based on their mutual trust, the students prosper every day and presented another fantastic performance.
The Korea Week in Uganda means a lot to this country, Uganda. One, it brings out the brotherhood, the Ubuntu, the brotherhood between the two countries. It brings out that brotherhood, and we use this week to benchmark the similarities between us and the Korea. What are the opportunities that cannot be identified in Korea? What are the cultural values with the Koreans? What are the cultural values with Ugandans? It means a lot because it brings the two communities together. It brings us together to think that we are human beings and we can achieve a lot of this. In terms of tourism, we can achieve a lot. In terms of trade, we can achieve a lot in terms of this permanent relationship that can come out of this Korea Week. So as a ministry and on behalf of government, welcome the Korea Week, and we really need this week to be here annually for the good of the two countries.
That night, the students gathered again.
Now, the next plan is our Korean Master Cup.
Tomorrow, what time come?
In the morning, 10 in the morning. 10 in the morning. Okay?
Sir.
How many can't make it by 10 in the morning tomorrow? You are choreography fighters. Demonstration is
Who is this guy talking to the students? It's none other than Badru, the assistant of Grandmaster Lee.
very, very special. For 2 weeks, then you present.
10 years ago, during his 20s, Badru went to Grandmaster E's Taekwondo Training Center to learn Taekwondo.
Mama, Assalamu alaikum. Mama, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
The 33-year-old Taekwondo master became mesmerized by Taekwondo at a very young age after watching a group of Taekwondo practitioners. Badru is the second child of his family with 6 other siblings. He's also the breadwinner of the family. Joined in love, he says his mother is the greatest blessing in his life. He always wraps up his day with his family members. Badru says Taekwondo has always been his best friend through thick and thin. Badru currently works for the Uganda Taekwondo Federation as an assistant coach and also teaches at an international school and local training centers. He's also actively involved in community service. What's really special about Badru is that he's the first Ugandan Taekwondo master to have been trained at the World Taekwondo headquarters in Korea.
When I was still young, at around the age of like 6, 5, 7, there was a coach, a soccer coach. He had gone to Germany, called Coach Stone. When he came back for 6 months from Germany, he began a football academy. So where we used to do our football from was nearby the police training center, where Grandmaster Lee used to train the police team, Taekwondo, and where the current vice president, his dojang was. So as a little kid, we used to go and peep into the window, you look in the window, and I was really fascinated by the magical movements, the magical kicks by Grandmaster Lee when I was teaching the police team. So through that looking, then you could see the vice president also and that team training aside. I was really motivated from soccer and I was pulled to Taekwondo. How the magical kicks of Grandmaster Lee, I really wanted to be like them.
This is Grandmaster E's training center. The students train under the instruction of Grandmaster E and Badru.
Hit and pass.
Badru is a role model for countless aspiring Taekwondo athletes in Uganda. With dreams of becoming the next Badru, the students put their shoulder to the wheel. Badru has become what he is today thanks to the thorough guidance of his teacher, Grandmaster E. Grandmaster E discovered Badru and helped shape him as a Taekwondo student. Grandmaster E was inspired to take up Taekwondo as a teenager by his father. After moving to Uganda, the Taekwondo master began to spread the martial art in the country. However, things were difficult in the beginning.
처음에 와가지고 말도 못하고 영어도 못하고 여기 실정도 모르는 상태에서 우간다 프리전 트레이닝 스쿨에서 하는 체육관이 있어요. 거기에 이제 참석을 해달라고 그래서 갔더니 이제 대사관에 계시는 서기관님이 한국에 온 사범이 있는데 지도를 하고 싶어 하니까 좀 연결을 시켜주더라고요. 그래가지고 그때부터 한 1991년부터 아마 한 7, 8년간은 계속 이제 우간다 프리전 트레이닝 스쿨에서 태권도를 가르치게 됐습니다.
That was the moment when Taekwondo was born in Uganda. Then he met Badru.
Just change. Go.
10 years later, Grandmaster Yi and Badru have become honorable companions, whom together further spread Taekwondo in Uganda hand in hand. Students at Kumi University polish their skills for the upcoming South Korean Ambassador Cup. They are guided by another Korean Taekwondo master. It is missionary Hong Sung-nam.
네, 저희는 쿠미 지역에 있는 쿠미 대학교 태권도 클럽입니다. 저희가 1년 반부터 열심히 이제 운동을 해갖고 왔고요. 지금 굉장히 가뭄으로 어려운 상황에도 불구하고 이 친구들이 열심히 운동을 했거든요. 그래서 정말 봄을 캐는 심정으로 와서 메달도 따고 또 좋은 시범도 보이고 해서 학교의 이름도 좀 알리고 또 이 친구들도 계속해서 태권도를 통해서 좀 자신도 찾고 좋은 것들을 만들어갈 수 있는 그런 기회가 되기를 소망하고 있습니다.
The South Korean Ambassador Cup was founded in 2013 to commemorate the 50th anniversary of diplomatic ties between Uganda and South Korea. Over the years, the championship has evolved significantly, both in terms of size and reputation, with participating athletes from all across East Africa. Therefore, it is now almost a dream goal for all Taekwondo practitioners. Grandmaster Yi's student plays his first match of the preliminary round. Suddenly, the match was halted. Grandmaster Yi's student injured his fingers. Grandmaster Yi seems to be worried about both the athlete and the remainder of the match. Will he be able to handle the match despite the injury? Fortunately, the athlete is still very focused on the match. The match is fiercer than ever. And the audience is totally absorbed in the match. Badru is no exception. The winner is Grandmaster Yi's student. However, Badru seems to be too worried about the athlete's injury to celebrate the accomplishment. He's happy about the results, but he needs to nurse the athlete back to health before the next round. This time, Master Hong's student from the Kumi University Taekwondo Club throws his hat in the ring. The master is busy teaching his student until the very last moment. The Ugandan people have been suffering from severe drought for quite a while. Despite that, the athletes still worked relentlessly for this moment to shine. The match is very close right from the beginning. It almost feels like the final match, and the atmosphere is equally intense. The score is 19-19. The result is completely unpredictable. Which athlete is going to score next? Everyone is watching the match with intense interest. Master Hong's student perfectly defended the opponent's kick. And the winner is Master Hong's student. They both look very happy and proud of the achievement. Meanwhile, Master Yang is going through the confrontation table looking quite pensive.
This one is hard.
The students are young and inexperienced. Will they still be able to handle the tasks they've been given? All she can do for now is trust her students. Daniel is one of Master Yang's best students, but he's somehow sitting in the audience watching his friend Gabby's match. Gabby is a promising Taekwondo player. He's competing for the first match of the preliminary round, full of confidence. The god of victory has blessed Gabby. He advances to the next round with an impressive 16-1 victory over his opponent.
In Uganda, we have about 10,000 students of different ages practicing Taekwondo. Taekwondo is very influential in our country. It is now one of our national sports. We practice and always look forward to participating in the World Championships held by Kukiwan, and also participate in the Olympics whenever we qualify.
Up next is Joshua. Though Daniel cannot compete in the championship, he still cheers for his fellow athletes wholeheartedly. Encouraged by his fellow athletes and teacher,
Police team.
Joshua has achieved great success in the preliminary round. Regardless of how well prepared the athlete is, there really are no guarantees. Joshua truly lived up to everyone's expectations, and Master Young is very proud of her student too. Joshua looks absolutely thrilled. He cannot hide the excitement on his face. Daniel congratulates Josh on his big achievement, but he must be very upset on the inside. Daniel injured himself a couple of days before the championship.
이틀 전에 태권도 시범하다가 무릎 부상 입어가지고 이번 대회는 출전 안 하는 게 낫겠다 싶어서. Are you alright?
Yes, I can walk.
How did you feel when they are doing 겨루기?
Yeah, I feel really happy and great.
But were you missing a little?
Yeah, I'm
I understand.
Yeah, good job. Yeah. Even waiting, not only starring. Waiting was so tired, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, you did well, and we sleep for tomorrow.
Should have enough rest.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah. More than I thought.
Surprise.
Surprise, yeah, I'm so surprised. Okay, see you after you bathe.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Take shower.
Okay.
Okay. Change your clothes.
The students must be exhausted after a series of performances and matches. However, they are still excited about the final round tomorrow.
And last year, I did not have experience because that was my first time. But after gaining experience from them and copying styles, today I managed to beat him.
The sun is up and the sky is blue. Everything is set for the final round. This is the 5th edition of the South Korean Ambassador Cup. With some 250 participants, this year's championship is fiercer than ever. The majority of the athletes from the Kumi University Taekwondo Club are from poor families. Knowing how desperately his students desire to become Taekwondo masters, Master Hong strives to share everything he knows. On the other side of the venue, Joshua is having his match wearing blue sparring gear. Joshua is a bit short for his weight class, which is one of his biggest weaknesses. Despite that, he still tries his best to become the champion. But the opponent is very strong too. Master Young coaches Joshua during the break. Because the opponent is much taller, Joshua should attack him from a short distance. Then he throws his trademark strong body attack. Will he be able to beat him? He's finally victorious, proving that a little goes a long way.
다리 들 때 밑으로 차줘야지. 이게 키가 큰 사람한테는 들었다 들어가려면 한참 걸려서 안 돼. 다리 들 때 다리기 사이로
When you meet taller opponent, when your opponent lift their legs, you can hit him. Yeah, between their legs, inside.
Grandmaster E immediately figured out why Josh was struggling and gave him much-needed advice. Josh did very well but injured himself. Though the injury is not serious, Master Yang still tries to treat Joshua. With his passion and dedication, Joshua is sure to become an excellent Taekwondo master.
When you look at how this sport has been structured now, we think we have a very bright future in the game of Taekwondo. When you look at our players, we have so many young players coming up and they are doing very well. I'll give you an example. Just last year, one of our young Ugandans had a trip to the United States. They beat everybody there and they came up with gold. So with such kind of results, we really see a very bright future for Taekwondo, and we think we shall have a good number in the Olympics in many years to come.
Another athlete from Master Yang's team, Gabby, is having his final match. Wearing red sparring gear, Gabby fights for his team and city. However, the opponent is just as desperate to win as Gabby. Both athletes bring out their best for the match, and the atmosphere is very intense. However, there can be only one winner. Unfortunately, Gabby has lost. Now it's time for Joshua's final match, the dark horse of Master Yang's team. Joshua too has to compete against a taller opponent. Just as Grandmaster E advised, Joshua focuses on body attacks from a short distance. Will he be able to win over another shining victory with his strong body attacks? The fierce first round came to an end. So far, the match is very close. Whoever scores first has a decided advantage. Then the opponent throws a very strong kick. The attack was such that Joshua had to take a short break. Joshua has to be quicker and stronger than the opponent to attack him. What's worse, the opponent is at least 4 inches taller than him. Joshua tries to attack the opponent's body, but it's not as easy as it seems. The match is now over, and the athletes have to wait for the results. Both athletes shed blood, sweat, and tears. They both hope their hard work pays off. This is a moment of anticipation for everyone. So, who will be crowned the winner? Unfortunately, it was Joshua's opponent. Joshua still congratulates the fellow athlete with a smile on his face, but he cannot hide his disappointment. Nonetheless, Joshua did his best. That is what's most important. Sometimes, the harder you fall, the stronger you become. Today's failure will be Joshua's motivation for success. At least for now, he has his friends on his side. Regardless of the results, they congratulate Joshua for his fantastic match. Joshua must be tired, but at the same time feels so alive. That night, the fiercest match of the championship took place. The enthusiasm of the audience speaks for itself. Uganda and Rwanda are the two greatest rivals in East African Taekwondo, and they compete in the final round. The Ugandan athlete is wearing red sparring gear, while the Rwandan athlete is wearing blue. The audience cheers for their athletes enthusiastically. It almost looks like there's another match going on in the audience. The match is getting more intense, and the audience cannot take their eyes off the athletes. Who knew Korea's Taekwondo would become this big on the other side of the globe in East Africa? After a very tight match, the Rwandan athlete was crowned the champion. The Rwandan team celebrates their big accomplishment with typical African flair. And the audience offers a huge round of applause to the athletes for their incredible hard work. The 2017 South Korean Ambassador Cup finally came to an end, and it is now time to award the athletes from all weight divisions. It is a true moment of celebration.
To me, Taekwondo is life. Taekwondo is the way I live. Taekwondo is my best friend. Taekwondo is my sport. Taekwondo is everything I've ever wanted. You know, I have 7 brothers and I'm the only girl. So me learning Taekwondo, we can fight and have fun together and they don't beat me. So Taekwondo is my best friend.
Taekwondo to me means a lot. I get friends and it's a sport, so it's part of my family.
Taekwondo is my life. Taekwondo is everything to me, and I've gained a lot. I can't say, but I've gained a lot, so Taekwondo is my life.
Spanning race, culture, and borders, Africans become one in the name of Taekwondo. No other words are needed to describe them. They are simply devoted students of Taekwondo.